Amazon's foray into the world of television and film has been a landscape of peaks and chasms. On the one hand, we have a series like The Grand Tour, where they successfully rescued the then unemployed Top Gear team, issued them with an almost unlimited budget, and allowed Top Gear to go far beyond the limitations they had when they were with the BBC. The results speaking for themselves, with the show being hugely successful, as well as having some of the greatest moments in Top Gear history. You may notice the use of Top Gear here, even though that name is still under BBC ownership, and that is because Clarkson, Hammond and James are Top Gear. On the other hand, there is the incredibly disastrous Rings of Power, which has been amply explored and discussed by such YouTube luminaries as the Nerdrotic, the Critical Drinker, Mola, the Little Platoon and Disparu, amongst many others. The Rings of Power simultaneously managed to raise a solitary finger to J.R.R. Tolkien while becoming a meme factory.
Body form. Narrow at the back for comfort. Wider at the front for absorbency. Uniquely shaped for total confidence, even on your heaviest days.
Yet, this reviewer does feel some sympathy for Bezos. After all, strategically he did everything correctly. A lifelong fan of Tolkien himself, having been lucky enough to be in a position where money was no obstacle, he unfortunately had all of the wrong people involved. This is more fully explored by the Little Platoon in his critique of the show, which is well worth watching. So, when Fallout was announced, there may have been a collective sigh and the feeling of oncoming dread. Visions of a slow-forming mushroom cloud on the horizon, leaving in its wake another huge crater of disappointment. For those of you who may have watched the Fallout 4 and Fallout 76 reviews on this channel, you will already be aware that this player holds Fallout 4 as one of the greatest games ever made. Half in eager anticipation and half in dread, this viewer has binge-watched the entire Fallout Season 1 series within 48 hours. And, well, this time, Bezos and all of the right people. The Fallout series, in the view of this reviewer, should not be seen as attempting to commandeer or replace any of the previous game entries in the Fallout series. There are those who are claiming that the series is attempting to change certain aspects of the lore of some of the games, most notably with regards to Fallout New Vegas. It is then prudent to point out that all of the Fallout games are standalone visions of the Fallout universe. They all share similar themes and ideas, but none of them are interconnected. They are not episodic, as opposed to, say, The Last of Us. Fallout presents a totally new story set within the Fallout universe, with a wonderful array of new adventures for us to follow and experience. It seamlessly blends in a huge number of Fallout tropes and ideas, while boldly interpreting established conventions within that universe in new ways, while still retaining the authenticity of the original source material. The sheer spectacle of the series is of the highest tier of filmmaking. In fact, Fallout should be seen as a film that has been released in episodes rather than a series such as Daredevil. In Fallout, every episode merges seamlessly with another. Where you end in one is the exact beginning of another. Whereas in a series like Daredevil, although there are few ongoing major plot lines, for example the Kingpin, others are temporary, such as the Punisher, or self-contained within one episode. The production crew have produced the vision of Fallout exactly. The sets, costume, the integration of high-end CGI work, the choice of shots, framing, the editing, and the attention to detailing the world with as many nods to the games as possible enforces the authenticity of the series to being Fallout. Make no mistake, that is not an easy thing to accomplish at all, especially when you are talking in terms of taking a virtual interactive experience and confining it into an on-screen adaptation. Allowing the viewer to feel as if they are back in that world and being completely captivated by the characters that are the interface to them embracing it is not easy at all. Yet that is exactly what Graham Wagner and Geneva Robertson-Dworet have done, delivering a working script that just works. No film or television series can be made by two people. It takes thousands, but on the other hand, without these two, this probably would not have turned out as well. However, no matter how great the script, if you don't have the actors, well, you are facing down the maw of an extremely bad-smelling gulper. Every member of the cast excel in their respective roles. Of particular note, though, are Ella Pennell as Lucy McLean, is not only a gorgeous lady to behold, but has the advantage of large, wondrous eyes that enable her to convey expression effortlessly. Aaron Motten as Maximus has many moments where this reviewer could not help but think of a younger Denzel Washington. Kyle Dale Cooper McLaughlin as Hank McLean delivers one of his most accomplished performances to date. Moises Arias as Norm McLean provides an intriguing and captivating performance as Lucy's brother. Walter Goggins brings to life a truly wonderful character that effortlessly walks the line between protagonist and antagonist, blurring the line just enough so that we can all still see it. Ramin Djawadi illuminates the whole experience with an absolutely sensational soundtrack that not only successfully imbues the essence of Inon Zur's thematic styles within it, but strikes out into new rewarding territory. Fallout is one of the best TV shows this reviewer has ever watched. It successfully balances the horrific with dark humour, dramatic scenes with action, the new and the familiar. Fallout is Amazon's Twin Peaks.